Superman is ripped although nothing is heavy enough to cause stress on his muscles. Can you hear me? Is a question for which it is completely acceptable to not receive an answer. Revisiting a game you enjoyed as a kid years later is one of the happiest feelings you can have. You never run out of breath when talking in your head. All leather clothes are used. Neuroscience is the study of the brain by the brain. It is easy to follow your passion, what is hard is to find one. Every single edible mushroom known to us today is the result of somebody literally gambling their life on fungi. Goofy is a dog, Pluto is also a dog, but he's Mickey's dog. We know dogs in the Mickey universe can speak. Pluto is possibly a gimp. Smart people will often tell you that they're idiots. Idiots will remind you that they're smart. Recaptcha doesn't care if you're human or not. It just cares that you're not a robot. You have most likely commented on a dead person's post. If you get "never gonna give you up" stuck in your head, you rickroll yourself. The luck of the Irish is a strange saying considering the actual luck of the country of Ireland. The way we feel on social media is based on the amount of people that pressed a button. There are some 72-year-olds turning 18 today. Sometime in the near future, we'll have world maps with Antarctica having an actual color other than white. Audible has probably saved more trees than anything else. Your tongue can be used like a CD disc tray to bring Oreos into your mouth. There are sidewalks in Pixar's movie Cars. A child's laugh can light up your home. Unless if it's 3 a.m. and you don't have a child. If you divorce your spouse, you may owe them years of alimony to help them adjust towards financial independence. But you can legally evict your 18-year-old child with no financial responsibility. Someone on the Titanic was probably eating iceberg lettuce when it all went down, and never got to share that tidbit with anybody. If you have to ask someone if they're okay, they probably haven't been for a while. Cinco de Mayo is on Taco Tuesday this year. Maybe EXP is real and nobody has killed enough to level up. Cops will snitch on everyone as part of their duties but won't snitch on each other for misconduct. People with photographic memory won't remember vampires. Caterpillars have mastered beauty sleep. The sound of gasping is the sound of sighing but backwards. We know all digits of pi, only their order is unknown. There are few things more satisfying than finding the exact right word you've been trying to remember. Remixes are sound photoshops. A plastic surgeon's waiting room is the one place you can pick your nose in public. Any hammer Thor used is technically Thor's hammer. Video games are created to take us out of the real world, yet they are getting more and more realistic. If you made $150,000 every day since 33 AD, Jeff Bezos would still be richer than you. That 1% germ must be hella lonely. Banana peels that people slip on are almost always depicted as peeled from the bottom. Thanks to the Egyptians' worship of cats, they evolved to treat us like servants. When books were invented, the people from that time probably treated them like we treat video games now. If Ant-Man's suit worked by reducing space between atoms, he wouldn't be able to shrink down smaller than an atom. Somebody has almost certainly fantasized about murdering you at some point. With effective use of mirrors you wouldn't need that many lights. We're portable blood tanks. We'd all be so fucked if horses evolved to be predators. Even if a character in a book is all-powerful, the author is more powerful. The most hated ringtone is the one used for daily alarm. The Star Wars text is still floating through space. If you were to be 100% honest all the time, you'd most likely viewed as a bad person. If the idea of hell was created today, not a single person would take it seriously. Two of the major Japanese cities, Kyoto and Tokyo, are anagrams. The year of the rat has kicked off with a pandemic that is rapidly sweeping the earth. An invisible person would have a tough time sleeping since they could see through their own eyelids. There is a period during the baking process when the object being baked is no longer dough but is not yet bread. There is no greater joy than randomly finding junk food you've forgotten you've bought. Parrot voices in cartoons are dubbed by people imitating parrots imitating humans. Being able to stay ignorant of real-world facts for 4 years is an impressive feat. There needs to be a TV mashup of Undercover Boss and 60 Days In, where CEOs live on the income of their lowest-paid full-time employee. In The Simpsons, the Asian characters are less yellow than the white characters. It's possible that you've never met your soulmate, but you've talked shit to them online. The most dangerous thing in the Harry Potter universe may very well be a wizard with Tourette's syndrome. Since everything on Deadpool heals, he could make way more money selling his organs than with killing people. There have probably been hyper-intelligent child prodigies who never made it because the school system oppressed them unnecessarily and they felt the need to hide what was in their head, thus the knowledge is lost to us forever because of the stupidity of what was designed to bring us knowledge. If plastic is made out of oil and oil is made out of dinosaurs, then toy dinosaurs are made of dinosaurs. North Korea will probably be the least likely to have an outbreak of the coronavirus. Pudding cups taste better with plastic spoons than it does with metal ones. Having sex is the only family tradition that shouldn't include your family. If the world would have the same reaction to the dangers of cigarette smoking or heart disease as they do to coronavirus, we'd probably save a whole lot more lives. Someone has probably done a math problem in such a wrong way that they discovered a new property or a new shortcut, but their math teacher shut them down and said it was wrong before they were able to explore it. MNRS Agsam decided that being NKD outside is mbrzizing and Ilgl and Vryon agreed with it. The skull is a brain jar. Maybe CAPTCHA is asking if you're a robot because it's just trying to find its family. People think the world is ending now, but imagine what people were thinking when they were born into living through both world wars. Peeing in the sink is actually good for the environment. Instead of wasting 1.6 precious gallons of water on a toilet flush, you can pee in the sink, and then rinse the sink clean with the same water you wash your hands with. It's considered weird to watch people have sex but considered normal to watch porn. Playing tag with fat kids in recess was a cheat code. Without fail, Medusa got all of her sexual partners rock hard. Every man is a sperm gun. Pretty sure the world's most widely played percussion instrument is the car steering wheel. Every bank needs at least one suicidal person to work there, so if the bank is being robbed, the suicidal person can walk up to one of the robbers to see if the gun is real. If it isn't, the robbers get arrested and nobody gets shot. If it is, the suicidal person accomplishes his objective. With self-driving cars we can make a live-action Cars movie. None of the people who bullied Putin in grade school are still alive. It's ironic that despite systematically destroying the planet, we're the only ones who can save it but will probably won't. If you listen carefully enough, someone will tell you exactly the kind of person they are. If men had monthly cramps we would already be on WW8. Making an actual human is easier than making a model of a human. Let's all be grateful that there isn't a metric system and imperial system for time. Every time you book an event, you're placing a bet that you won't die before then. You spend your entire life collecting people for your funeral. The more you try to make a shower thought, the more shittier it is. You never realize the power of hand sanitizer until you rub it into a cut you did not know you had. If you die while busting a nut, you're technically both coming and going at the same time. The uterus essentially is that person who plans major parties each month and then trashes the place each time no one shows up. The world economy lost trillions of dollars after one man's decision to eat bat soup. Someone is waking up not knowing this is their last day on Earth. If you become a teacher right after college, you essentially go to school your whole life. Burning your tongue can be very strategic depending on the meal in front of you. When spam ads asks you to click on a link in order to take an IQ test, that is in fact, the IQ test. Girls complain about having tiny pockets and then go and buy super tiny backpacks. A Ninja Turtle's mask covers only his eyes. A Ninja Human's mask covers everything by his eyes. Actors are people that get famous pretending to be other people. When you are reading and you have to go back a page or paragraph because you weren't paying attention, your mind was so bored you tuned your own inner voice out, not somebody else's, your own voice kept. Saying underscore 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 and underscore 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 don't belong together in a sentence is contradictory. Okay ox looks like a stick man making snow angels.